Imagine this. An ultra-wealthy individual quietly moves millions of pounds overseas. No headlines, no tax bill, no paper trail the public can follow. And yet, everything they did was technically legal. How is that even possible? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the hidden world of offshore havens and the UK's surprising role in helping elite wealth move in ways most of us will never see. Because in 2026, offshore financial centers aren't fading away, they're just getting smarter. And the sheer scale of wealth hidden behind these structures is bigger than you could ever imagine. This is the invisible hand of wealth, and we're about to make it visible. So, let's start with the tools. Think of it like a magician's kit for making money disappear. Because offshore finance isn't one single trick, it's a whole system. First up, we have trusts. Trusts come in all shapes and sizes, but they all share one incredibly powerful feature. They separate legal ownership from beneficial ownership. What does that mean? It means the person who gets to enjoy the money isn't legally the one who owns it. This creates a brilliant layer of secrecy that's incredibly hard for anyone to see through. It's like your friend holding your snacks for you. They're not their snacks, but they're in their backpack. Now imagine that backpack is a legally airtight vault. Next, let's talk about shell companies. These are companies that exist mostly on paper, often registered in sunny, picturesque places like the British Virgin Islands or the Cayman Islands. They're legal, they're surprisingly common, and their main job is to act as a mask, obscuring who actually controls the money. They might have a name like Awesome Investments Limited, but they don't really have an office or any employees. They just exist to hold assets. Now here's where it gets really clever. Imagine stacking these tools together like Lego bricks. A trust owns a shell company. That shell company owns another company. That company owns an asset, like a super yacht or a mansion in London. This is called layering. By the time investigators or journalists try to follow the chain, the real owner is buried under so many layers of legal insulation. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack made of other needles. So, where does the UK fit into all of this? This is where it gets really interesting. The UK isn't just a bystander in this global game, it's a central hub. London has been a global financial powerhouse for centuries. It's got the history, the prestige, and the expertise. But it also has a secret weapon: its network of crown dependencies and overseas territories. Places like Jersey, Guernsey, the Isle of Man, the BVI, and the Caymans. These places have their own laws but maintain deep historical and constitutional ties to the UK. Think of them as satellites in the UK's financial orbit, each with its own special set of rules perfect for offshore activities. But you can't just set these things up on your own. You need a team. And London has the best in the world. This is the professional services machine, the elite lawyers, the razor-sharp accountants, and the discreet wealth managers. These are the architects of the offshore world. They help structure the deals, set up the trusts, register the companies, and navigate the complex legal frameworks that keep all this wealth hidden in plain sight. They're the wizards behind the curtain, making the magic happen. And even though the UK has introduced transparency measures in recent years, for every rule, a new loophole seems to appear. Some regulations designed to increase disclosure can sometimes, ironically, create clever workarounds that sophisticated clients and their advisors can exploit. It's a constant cat-and-mouse game. Okay, let's walk through a simplified, anonymous example of how an untraceable transfer might actually work, step by step. Picture this. An individual wants to move, say, £10 million without anyone knowing. Step 1. They hire a firm to set up a discretionary trust in a crown dependency, like Jersey. The beneficiaries are listed vaguely, like the individual's family, and the individual themselves is not the legal owner. Step 2. The Jersey Trust then forms a shell company in the British Virgin Islands, or BVI. The trust is the shareholder, not the individual. The paper trail already has a break in it. Step 3. The BVI shell company then opens a bank account in a third jurisdiction, maybe Switzerland or Singapore. Step 4. Money is then transferred from the individual UK bank account to the shell company's account. But it's not just a simple transfer. It's disguised as a loan or an investment into the BVI company. Legally, it looks like a business transaction. Step 5. The funds, now sitting in the offshore account, are used to buy assets. This could be a portfolio of stocks, a luxury apartment in New York, or even shares in another company. By the time any regulators try to look into it, the ownership trail is so fragmented and crosses so many borders that connecting the asset back to the original person is almost impossible. The money is clean, legally protected, and completely untraceable. But this isn't just a technical game for the super rich. It affects every single one of us. When vast amounts of wealth are legally shielded from taxation, it means less tax revenue for the government. That translates directly to fewer resources for public services we all rely on. Schools, hospitals, roads, you name it. It also massively widens the gap of wealth inequality. While most people pay their taxes on every pound they earn, a select few can legally minimize their contributions on a colossal scale. Over time, this erodes public trust in the entire financial system. It creates a feeling that there's one set of rules for the elite and another for everyone else. And even when investigative journalists and regulators try to expose this, they often hit legal brick walls. Not because they aren't trying, but because the system is specifically designed to be opaque and confusing. So, what's being done about it? Is anyone trying to fix this? The good news is, yes. There are major global initiatives trying to shine a light into these dark corners. Things like public beneficial ownership registries, which aim to list the true owners of companies. There's also the Common Reporting Standard, or CRS, an agreement where over 100 countries automatically share financial account information with each other to fight tax evasion. These efforts have definitely made progress. It's not as easy to hide money as it was 20 years ago, but the system adapts. Sophisticated structures still find ways to navigate around the new rules. So what are the potential solutions for the future? Some experts argue that new technology could be the answer. For instance, blockchain-based registries could create permanent, unchangeable ownership records that couldn't be easily hidden or manipulated. Others are pushing for much stronger international cooperation and stricter enforcement of the rules we already have, with real penalties for those who break them. And while all these systems and global agreements might feel really distant from our everyday lives, public awareness truly matters. The more people like you understand how these structures work, the more public pressure there is on governments to close loopholes and demand real transparency. It becomes much harder for these activities to thrive in the shadows when everyone is watching. This hidden world of offshore finance isn't just about billionaires on yachts. It fundamentally shapes the economy and the society that we all live in. It influences our public services, our sense of fairness, and the very rules of the game. If you want more deep dives into the hidden systems that drive wealth, power, and money, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got a lot more to uncover. This is Money Unmasked, empowering you with the knowledge they don't want you to have. Thanks for watching.